Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Drains. Today we are installing a sump pump down in a crawl space. And what's been happening is that on most of the big rains, the crawl space has been flooding. And it's due to a couple of things. One is the downspout drains. We're going to fix that as well. Let's take a look down in the crawl space and see what's going on. You can see right away, it's really muddy down here, and that's because it's been flooding really bad. Before we get too far into this video, we really need to make a couple of notes. The first note is that real crawl space waterproofing is not adding dirt to the outside, trying to stop the water from coming in, what some people call negative grade. Recently, I have seen far too many videos where people are saying to add soil up against the wall to solve a crawl space flooding problem. Well, this helps a little bit, but it's not really solving the problem. And then far worse is someone saying to put a concrete walk or a patio directly alongside the foundation wall. And yeah, that looks great, but over time, this will drain back towards the foundation. You know, there are hundreds of videos out there talking about how to solve or mitigate a crawl space water problem. And it's really great. They try their best, but adding soil or pouring concrete alongside the foundation is not solving the problem. Crawl space water seldom comes through the wall. Water actually rises up from underground, and that's why we need a sump pump and footer tiles to collect and discharge the water. Once you've installed the sump pump and the footer tiles, then you can add as much soil as you want. You can also pour a really beautiful patio because the crawl space will now stay dry, but it's not from the dirt and it's not from the concrete. It is from the system that you install inside the crawl space. And we'll also hook up this downspout and the other one and send it right over to the outside. Okay, so we're going ahead and start to dig down here for the crawl space. Basically, we got one guy digging, filling up the buckets, and another guy's going to come in here and take those buckets out here and dump them out. This will take about, I don't know, 8-10 buckets of dirt to get down to the level that we want to get to. It takes a little while, so we're going to let Paul keep digging out here, and we're going to do a few things on the outside. This homeowner actually had two other estimates from two different companies. The first one wanted to add soil around the sides of the foundation of the house. The second one wanted to pour a concrete pad all along the outside of the house. The customer did his homework, due diligence. People, please do your homework. Learn about waterproofing. I put a few links in the description box below from some other companies that do really great work. Please take a look, check out their channel, and learn about crawl space and basement waterproofing. You'll be happy that you did. Yeah, I know, I've said it about 20 times already, but learn about crawl space waterproofing and basement waterproofing before you do any of this grading or concrete work. And especially if you're going to encapsulate, you must solve the water problem first before you encapsulate. So we've got our pit started here. Paul's just about got it down all the way. He's filled up these buckets. We need to get these buckets out of here. So now we've got the pit dug. You can see Paul standing down in it. And we're just digging a small little footer tile. And you can see that footer. We're going right alongside of it just to bring the water from this corner where it used to go over top of the footer. Now it's going to drop into our system. That's good right there. Okay, so we've got our sump pump set down here. It's kind of dark, but it's down here in the bottom of the pit. We've got our check valve installed. Now we're bringing the riser up. We just need to make a measurement for our 90-degree fitting to send this discharge out through the wall. And basically, just going to kind of dry fit it. We're going to make a mark with our finger. Make a mark with our finger at the top of that 90-degree fitting on the inside, and then we'll use our saw and we'll just cut it off. Clean off your burrs. Now we're ready to install and glue up our fittings and tighten our connections. So remember the other day we went ahead and set up our sump pump. We also perforated our pit, and we went ahead and made the inlet line, bringing the footer tiles, which is just a short little piece here in this crawl space, just to bring the water into the pit because it's not right in the corner. And everything's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and hook things up here. Put our riser on, and then we're going to tighten up our clamp. Then we're going to tighten up our clamp on the riser of the check valve, just as tight as it'll go. We're all set there, and you can see up here at the top where we've got our 90 up here, fits real nice and secure. We'll glue that up and send it right out through the wall. So we're going to use a little bit of primer here, prime the end of the PVC, just kind of prepares it for the glue. Remember that PVC cement actually welds together. It makes a solid bond, just like you're welding something, so the plastic actually melts together. Ready for our glue. Good amount of glue. I like to work from the top down, so get this squared up. Next we'll put this on and push it right down in place. Just push and hold, and within a few seconds this will make a permanent bond, and we're all done there. All we need to do now is backfill around our pit, hook up our footer tile, which comes right in here into the hole inside. So we've just went ahead and hooked up the sump pump. It comes out through the wall. It's going to run down through this line and tie into a 4-inch pipe and discharge over to a natural area. Okay, so we're going ahead and backfilling. You can see we've got our 1.5-inch pipe coming from the crawl space. It comes into our 4-inch corrugated. We hooked up a downspout here with a T. Comes around, picks up a Y right here, and it's going to discharge just right out here to the natural area. We'll put a little 90 here or something just to let this water flood up, and it'll just drain away from here. We went ahead and tried to add a catch basin, a small scupper drain, as my brother calls it. A scupper drain, a little 6-inch drain right here. And this will hopefully pick up the water that's coming down the side of the homeowner. This is Ron. Hey. Okay. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Drains, reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.